But anyway, if everyone is ready, we'll go ahead and jump back into simply another band of curiously odd travelers. Last time, our party had descended into the deepest depths of Castle Draken. The very foundations of the oldest portion of the city of Drakenheim, founded by the Von Drakens many hundreds of years prior. The oldest, most ancient, and densely packed, magically intense location, perhaps in the entire city outside of the crater, but at least the originator of the magic inherent in this very city. Deep in the catacombs of Drakenheim, in the mausoleum, interred generations and generations of nobility, from the Von Drakens all the way back to their earliest ancestry, and then later entombed the Von Kessel dynasty here in the mausoleum. For many years, select individuals known as gravekeepers took care of this mausoleum, but since the fall of the meteor and the introduction of the contamination wrought by the haze and the delirium, those individuals entombed here, and likely their last successor, had become an horribly gross amalgamation and aberrant creature known as the Gravekeeper, a mass of flesh that floated about, carrying octarine lanterns, casting all sorts of arcane anomalies in every direction to anyone who would dare enter this space. As you descended down into this area and encountered the Gravekeeper, managing to slip by into the castle's archives and its storerooms, you found a number of strange artifacts, a bejeweled helmet, several documents, and perhaps the greatest wealth of the city held in the form of bonds and deeds and letters of credit owed to the city of Drakenheim. Hundreds, if not millions of gold worth of letters of credit owed to the city over many years. Contracts worth their weight and worth a kingdom in and of themselves. Additionally, you found a strange entity, a sentient carpet that was able to overcome gravity itself and whisk you about, allowing you to stay above the delirium-contaminated sludge that lay across this entire mausoleum floor. And were it not for one point of interest in this space you might have left, were you not intrigued by the individual also entombed in this space, not by choice, but by circumstance surrounding the fall of the meteor? The former steward of the city of Drakenheim, Johann Eisner, found himself pinned now to the central pillar just below the throne room and the throne of Drakenheim itself, the central source of power for this entire castle, as you can feel it just radiating arcane energy off of this centralized main pillar. And after subduing and overcoming the Gravekeeper, the aberrant being that had succumbed to the contamination in this space, you spoke with Johann Eisner, who discussed with you various options for potentially negating some or perhaps all of this catastrophe itself. But in doing so, you would need to have all the seals of the city, the seals of the small council, either bringing those to him or Giorgio having you coronated on the throne of Drakenheim with various individuals assuming the roles of the small council, whoever that may be. Right now, with you, you carry 2 of the seals of the city. The other 4, at least a large percentage of them, as far as you know, in the possession of the Queen of Thieves. But with that in mind, your options are to assume the role of and attune to the crown of Drakenheim and garner the at least 2 wish spells that are inherently contained within the crown itself. Or bring the seals to Johann Eisner himself and let him seal the abominations trickling in from extra-dimensional space into the city of Drakenheim from within this castle and cast out any of these aberrant forms here in the city. And last, of course, perhaps the scorched earth solution, destroying the central pillar here. But that would not eliminate the delirium, but simply delay its expansion at best. And may or may not even stop what's drifting in from extraplanar locations. But nevertheless, you have much to do and much to discuss from here on. Additionally, you must first escape this place, as even though you've found a tremendous amount of knowledge and wealth at your disposal now, those who cannot use wealth may as well not have it at all. With that being said, as you stare at the dwindling form of the former steward pinned to this column, looking back at you, do you have any other questions for him? Or what else would you like to do?
So were we able to save him? Did we figure out a way of doing that? He's just stuck.
He is currently stuck, and the only means by which you can ascertain, based on the Arcana check by your companion previously, is that it would take a tremendous amount of power to free him from this prison of circumstance against this pillar. Likely the use of the crown itself. But in his current form, removing him would cause the main pillar to crumble. He appears to be, as you see, his form is all but the last band-aid on this crumbling pillar. And even with his current sacrifice, the likelihood of him holding this off for much longer is slim and none. You're not 100%. Go ahead.
I was going to say that was going to be my next question. Is about how long does he think he has?
I'm not certain. But my will fades with every passing day. In fact, I've lost track of time over this many years. But I would imagine not much longer I have to live. When I fade, so breaks this very foundation. If you'd like to make an Arcana check for more of an exact answer, you're welcome to do so.
I don't think that I really have anything with that.
I can do it.
Because I think that's important.
You're not 100% certain, but you would imagine probably no more than 4 to 6 months at the very most. Potentially less, depending on the surrounding implications. If something drastic were to happen to the castle, and you can tell for the time being with that roll, Tim, that Johann Eisner seems to have at least some small amount of control on the various security measures of the castle, but not to any like full extent. You've seen what kind of pressure you've had to put on the defenses. Entities like Mitazoron, the mighty bronze construct dragon that you encountered on the way in. Even with 2 of the seals, it was still a tall order to try to restrain such a powerful entity. You managed to overcome some of the gargoyles as well, but even then, it took multiple attempts to do so. You can see that he has some amount of control, but not anywhere near complete control. That would require all of the seals of the city or attunement to the crown of Drakenheim to have full and complete control of the city's defenses.
Okay, 4 to 6 months is I would like to see, like, he seems frail, right? So it's like, is he going to last more than a week or 2?
3 hours.
We have time. Yeah, we have time to. Are we all of a sudden in a rush to go and get this other stuff to get it done? Because I know that, like, as far as if we wanted to complete the ritual, he's not necessary. But if we wanted to do it, I think he gave us 2 other options, right? As far as like
Essentially,
thing, or having him hold off the entity for an indeterminate amount of time.
right.
You know, I know we need him to still be there.
Yeah, you're
So
3 options, mechanically speaking, at least when it comes to the city, not necessarily the delirium overall, but at least the city and the control of Drakenheim and the Castle Draken would be to either attune to the crown, deliver the seals to him and have him completely seal off the castle forever, or destroy this column and destroy the castle where it stands. But then you run the risk of losing any potential benefits of the castle itself.
The castle, and yeah.
And all the arcane defenses of the city would be essentially disrupted or completely destroyed.
I'm sorry, Jenny. Can you say all 3 of those again? I was just looking. I don't have it in my notes. And
Sure. So the first
attune to
would
the crown, I know, is
attune to
one,
the
and then we
crown.
have access to wish and whatever else, right?
Right. And then the second would be deliver the seals to Johann, have him completely seal off the castle and take complete control of and seal the otherworldly entities spilling into essentially what you saw in the throne room through that dimensional rift. Have it sealed off entirely. If somebody wasn't going to attempt to go through the coronation ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
But that would essentially destroy the seals and remove that ability or any sort of controlling interest later on. And then the final solution is essentially Scorched Earth, destroy the castle by destroying its main pillar that sits before you now. But that would most definitely kill Johann Eisner and destroy every magical defense that this city has.
Mm-hmm.
And destroy the castle.
Now, one of them, I remember you were saying kind of, one of those 2 is like a temporary solution. One of them is permanent. Because, like, so if we destroy everything, is that the one where this entity may still come back at some point, or is it if we let him seal everything off? Is that the one where it lasts as long as he can last, kind of thing? Which is probably going to be longer than the 4 to 6 months, but not a permanent solution, right? Am I remember that right?
It's a slightly better solution to the latter. If the castle's destroyed, that doesn't mean that another rift might not open. You're not 100% sure.
So destroying everything does not
correct.
Okay. So if we give him the seals, then he can take control. He can seal off the castle, seal off the portal, and that is, as far as we know, would be a permanent solution to this particular
portal to hell or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
But you wouldn't get access to the wish spells.
The defenses.
Right. The defenses would be entirely in the hands of Johann Eisner at that point. He would become the castle.
Yeah. Okay.
And essentially any power that would be bestowed upon the crown via the seals of the city
Is
would,
nullified.
yeah, is nullified. The crown would essentially be just a trinket.
Mhm.
So we have 2 seals now. We believe that the queen could have the other ones, but we don't know that for sure.
She took 3 of them from us at the time, right? Whenever we got
At the
held
church.
hostage.
Correct.
And then the 4th one we don't know, but we're fairly certain because of the transforming abilities that she was doing, right?
That's entirely your interpretation.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, guarantee 3 though.
Yeah. We know 3, and then possibly a 4th.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second, guys. I'm getting really bad rendering lag right now from OBS, and I don't know what's going on here. I'm going to stop the stream for a second, see if that resolves it. I don't know what's going on.
I might just take a 2-minute and try and get my cat sorted while you're doing that.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, if anybody needs to take a quick bathroom break, do so. I'm going to turn off the vertical canvas. That might be what's causing it. How do I turn this thing off real quick? Yeah, so the recording is fine. That's not the issue. For some reason, the vertical canvas, though, is being a real pain in the ass. Or at least the stream portion is being a pain. Let's see. Output. Stream. Appearance. General. Video. Recording. No. What in the world, man? Let me try streaming again and see if it does it again. Okay, maybe it was just on Twitch's end. I don't know. All right, well, I'll just keep an eye on it and see if it causes it again. We'll see. But let me know when you guys are all back.
I'm ready whenever.
I
Okay.
think Spudley's the only one that's away right now.
Right. No, it's still showing rendering lag, which is weird. Let me look at it on my phone and see if it's bad. I mean, it's hard to tell either way. It's such a small... I mean, there's not a lot of movement, so I don't think it's a huge issue.
Everyone start violently jiggling your character tokens.
Yeah, but we're still getting rendering lag, which is weird. Anyway, I'm not going to worry about it too much. We'll see. Like, overall, it's like 2% of the stream, which is strange. Because it's not a CPU thing, which is strange.
I just started paying attention to the ambient music, and I was like, "What fucking screen do I have open right now on my? What tab do I have?" It's thankfully just like kind of weird and not super scary right now, which is a nice change of pace.
For now.
Well, yeah. We either have to get our ass kicked by some Queen of Thieves or go up and get our ass kicked by some things in a throne room, so.
Or some things flying above the top of the castle.
Yeah, but we have our escape plan figured out.
Who said you're going to get away?
Well, no one, but I'm just kind of hoping at this point.
He didn't say we had our escape plan guaranteed. He said we had it figured out.
So we had it figured out.
Said we had a plan. We didn't say whether it would work.
Oh yeah, no, natural ones could just be flying onto the table while we're doing this.
There, I'm at.
Okay. Well, let's jump back into things, shall we? You know the consequences of your decisions. You know what the opportunities there are surrounding those decisions. With this newfound information, what would you all like to do?
Either way, I don't think we want to destroy the pillar, so
No.
we have to go and get
Yeah.
have to go and get seals.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that you're right. I think probably we could maybe. I don't have any questions for him. I think that we've got all the information out of him that we could. So I think at least we should go back to where there's not a bunch of this goop everywhere, so we can relax.
Yeah.
Dang. There's going to be goop
West.
everywhere.
Uh, and then plan out whether or not we're gonna try and fight this big guy.
Hold up 1 second, guys. It seems like every time we're talking a lot and the bubbles are moving, that it's causing tons of the render lag. So let me see. I'm going to stop the recording for just a sec.
We're
Okay.
to discuss what we do next. If everybody else is okay with that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, just take the carpet out of this goop area since we don't need to be here anymore.
Let's get out of here.
But yeah. We'll just,
So-
I'll take the carpet off of here for now, and if we need it for something else, I can always bring it back into the
Mhm.
picture for a visual reference. But, yeah.
And I'm just curious for, I guess this would be more so a question for Giorgio. Since we're in like a basement-esque area, would he know any like passageways, entrances, hallways that might lead actually like outside of the castle from the basement area, tunnels, anything like that?
Not here. This is a part of the castle that I didn't go to often, and it's been so long that if there were rumors or anything that I would have known, I certainly don't remember them now.
I guess we should have asked Johan.
I mean, you're still here. I mean, he's...
We could go back, but also, I mean, we do know. We just come back up. Like we're directly underneath it, so it's not like
I'm just thinking for actually escaping the castle, because if we,
okay.
minimize any sort of risks of having to deal with gargoyles or dragons or anything.
As far as I don't know if you would want me to do a history check because I don't have like any specifics that I could just spout off, but I would say certainly I should remember if we go back up, like ways to get out of the castle once we're in the regular, like the main areas, you know.
Right. Yeah, go ahead and give me a history check.
This one's going to be a 13, and what's my modifier for history? I think it's only 2. Yeah, it's 2, so 15 on history.
15. You know that there are... there's at least the one exit that you previously saw, but you could tell that it was not open. This one that was meant for the royal family to escape, down here in the south side of the kitchen area. So south side of the map, you saw that door there, and this is where Johan kind of interacted with you all.
Yeah.
As you're asking these questions, you can see that one of these flowers begins to sprout once again. As it kind of turns again, that small eyeball kind of stares to look at you as it blinks in ones and twos, in sort of that yes/no configuration once more. As it kind of turns and moves, and immediately one appears just at the end of the hallway and turns and shrivels up, and then you see another one sprout from one of the cracks again and turns, as if leading you in the direction of something.
Well, let's follow that, I think.
Okay. If you follow the directions from Johan and his proxy, it takes you back out through this space, this long hallway of statues of former ruling figures, royal family members, out through this passageway here. Let me move the map down so those following from home can see what we're referring to. Yes, you follow the series of eyeball flowers as they bring you back through the kitchen space. Leading you down this hallway, you see what looks like an aqueduct or some kind of what used to be a well system of sorts. Just past the kitchen, you had gone down this hallway and seen a locked grate here down at the end of this well. You can definitely tell that this water is heavily contaminated from the outside haze, but there seems to be a thin pathway just to the right here of this space, moving down this space, and you watch as a series of vines kind of breaks out through the stone, the gaps in the dirt and the loose earth that comes up from below the water, and kind of wraps around this otherwise very heavily corroded gate, wrapping its way around the various structural points against the wall as it begins to slowly pull, and you hear as the whole thing just kind of implodes on itself and collapses to the ground as the gate is removed by the sheer force of will that the former steward is exerting upon this space. You can see that now down this pathway, there seems to be a thin, like a service walk down the right-hand side and the left-hand side. Nothing more than like maybe 2 foot wide. It's a bit tight, but if you turn sideways, you can kind of walk down this space, and it seems to lead outwards through a very dark... give me just a moment here to reveal. Nope, we are not in initiative. Not yet, anyway. Lighting, hold on. Yet. Not yet. There we go. That's what I wanted. You can see there's a long aqueduct-like pathway where this formerly used to be some sort of well system for the source of water for this kitchen space for the castle leads outward. You can sense as you go down this sort of path, this service route, you can feel that there is a small breeze beginning to form down this long tunnel. It is, however, extremely dark. So much so that visibility is either completely minimal or extremely limited to no more than about 20 feet ahead of you. For those of you without dark vision or some other source of light. What would you all like to do?
Johan's still like going down this, or it was basically open up the gate and that's just like what we saw beyond?
You don't see any more of the proxies, the flowers at this point in time, but he led you down this space and crushed this gate to open it for you. So seemingly he is trying to direct you out some sort of exit.
Okay.
Beyond that, you do not know.
And I'm sorry, did you say that there's a place that we can walk, or is it?
Yeah, it's not really well seen here, shown, but there is
Sure, that's fine.
like a 2-foot path on each side of this, sort of about 8 foot wide. The water itself, though, you look, is extremely cloudy, and you see little octarine specks throughout the water. This is definitely contaminated water.
Mhm.
Not to say that, stepping in it with, coverings wouldn't, keep you relatively safe, but, taking a full dip in it probably wouldn't be the best of ideas, given what you can see at a first glance. It's about as cloudy as the aqueducts that seem to dump out into the Dran River, which is the main river that you've come across through the ferry multiple times. And you've seen how contaminated that space is. And you would imagine, given that this is one of the main sources of delirium in the city and, sources of magic, that likely a lot of that contamination is stemming from this. So it's likely somehow connected to sources of contamination within the castle and then draining into the Dran River. But with that in mind, the information given by the former steward, now still trapped here in the Castle Draken, what would you all like to do?
Let's keep moving.
Yeah, I guess go down the tunnel.
Okay.
No.
Who is leading the charge?
I'm leading the rear.
I could, I guess. I think Georgio and I were the ones that were kind of doing the following of the of Johann's flower, or whatever we want to call it.
Okay. Go ahead and give me both of you give me a perception check with disadvantage, unless somebody wants to toss up a source of light, or if Chugrulk you want to assist to negate that.
I'm happy to assist.
Okay.
I think getting a source of light would be fantastic, honestly. Do we have
Either one.
Tim, can you do something, or should we just pull out some torches?
I think I can do light. Hold on 1 second. It's been a minute. Let me get used to my character again.
It has been a hot minute.
It's been a very long time. Yes, I have light.
Okay.
As a cantrip, so we're good. So I cast light on my staff.
You watch as Tim just sort of Fonzie's the end of the inscrutable staff as the jewel that seems to hover above the end without any sort of containment begins to glow and emanate this soft light down the stretch for about 60 feet. You can go ahead and make those perception checks normally then.
They're just base rolls.
Yeah, just base rolls.
Pretty good for me. Perception's
Pretty
gonna
good for
be
me.
a dirty
wow.
20.
Dirty 20. Okay. As you head down this long pathway, this former aqueduct, you can see that, yes, this is indeed what was once a sort of an evacuation. The crumbled space that you had once gone into was a sort of well that was deep down and has now been crumbled and overcome, and this water is sort of just pooling up, grabbing any sort of lingering contamination with it. And this was sort of a sluice for refuse and material to be dumped into the Dran River, is the gist of it. Not necessarily for human waste or, humanoid waste, but just for like food waste and things of that nature, sort of gray water, if you will. But it definitely has a very moldy, rotten smell in here. A very musty, unkept, unclean smell as you pass through here. It's extremely humid. The walls themselves are slick. The work stone of this aqueduct is just very humid and slippery as you make your way through this space. Had you not been able to see it, there would have been cracked spaces down here, but with your vision not impaired, you could definitely step over them without slipping into the contaminated water. Otherwise, you would have had to make dexterity saving throws on the way down here. If I can get somebody to go ahead and roll me a d6, if you don't mind.
We can do that. 1d6. Got a 6.
6.
Hope that's
Okay.
good and not bad.
As you're walking through, you see the light from Tim's staff catch something vibrant in the water. Something pearlescent and reactive to the arcane magics of the staff. It is what looks like a combination of fine alloy, jewels, and various gold inlays and platinum inlays. It is a fine piece of material. You can see it's hard to tell. It's probably about 6 inches long. Has a fine filigree around the handle, and it seems to be in great shape despite the fact that it looks like it's very heavily covered in silt and other stuff passing over it, but it doesn't seem to have decayed it in any way. And you, Tim, just in a swift glance in your high arcana, you can tell that there is a magical resonance to whatever this item is. And it seems to be stuck under like a stone and trapped, so it hasn't been washed out into the river. But it is pinned against some rocks just below the surface of the water, probably about 24 inches, 2 foot, somewhere between 2 and 3 feet below the water, stuck under a stone or pinned between a couple rocks, just a little bit above, like fully horizontal on the bottom of the aqueduct.
Who actually saw this?
I would believe you both saw it with those perception checks. I mean, you both were well above the point. I think you both would have caught it about the same time.
Okay. Can I try just like moving it with my, what is it? Atom Smasher? Cosmic Smasher?
With my mind.
Comet Smasher. Yeah, with my mind.
Your Comet Smasher, but you're trying to like break it free, or how are you doing this?
Yeah, essentially just trying to like almost pry it.
Okay, I see what you mean.
I don't want to personally touch it right now.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand with this one, since you're trying to finesse it out of its stuck location.
Okay. Do I still have these gloves?
Yeah, they are fused to your
I
flesh.
do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're there forever. Okay.
Yeah.
So that would be a 20 if I double.
Yes. Yeah, you would. Yeah, or 20 or yes.
Mm-hmm.
Or some. Yeah, you've already passed it. The
Yeah.
DC wasn't very high. You managed to pry it free, and you realize it is a very ornate, fine dagger that was stuck between somehow. Likely something that was procured from the vaults with the intent to take it with them, and I think was either dropped, left behind, or
Just lost.
dropped in the process of the thief or person not quite making it to their destination. You're not quite sure. But either way, you pick it up and you can see it is a very ornate dagger, covered in filigree, fine jewels, and set inside the handle is a fine emerald that is what's giving off this arcane sort of resonance that you're sensing, Tim.
Mm.
I'm just gonna ask Giorgio if this looks familiar to him at all.
I can identify if it helps. I don't know if that would help in this. I think I can do that, right? I think I have that through something.
I believe you do. I think you might have it via the staff.
Does it count as a spell slot, or is it a?
I don't remember if it's from the staff. I feel like I got it from something, but I do have it. I
Okay.
don't know where I got it from, but I do have it.
Yeah, it might be from something or other, but if you have the spell,
Oh, yeah, I think it's from one of my abilities that I got through when I leveled up or something, so I can do
Okay.
it once a day. So yeah, I can cast it.
Oh, once
Yeah,
per
it's pretty much-
day.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Yeah, hold on.
oh, it's like one of those half feats that you get a free casting of something.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, yeah. I guess if Giorgio knows what it is, then we don't have to.
Yeah, Mystic Conflux, that's what it
Use
is. I
it.
can tune up to 4 items, and I also can cast Identify without spending a spell slot once per long rest.
Okay.
And you can attune to 4 items.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
That's crazy,
it's
dude.
so crazy.
Yeah,
But,
that's how he was able to attune to the staff, if you remember.
yeah.
Because he was already attuned to 3 other items, and I said, okay, but he had asked me about that because he had gotten his boon from completing his personal quest.
Mm-hmm.
So that was his extra feat came with that prior to trying to attune to the staff.
Long time ago.
So
Yeah, right.
many
That's been
years
a long
ago.
Times.
So many years
Um,
ago.
That legitimately might have been over a year ago.
It probably was.
Oh,
really
easily.
was.
It was at
Um,
least a year ago.
Anyway, so if this is something that is from my personal past, I don't know. But
You can
if
give me a
I'm rolling
history check, but it's
history,
going to be
I got a
really high.
16.
16.
I got a 16.
Yeah. I mean, it looks really nice, but you don't remember anything about it.
Nothing that I know. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you don't remember who owned it or where it came from. You don't. Yeah.
I got
I
nothing
guess
for you. Sorry, Cedric.
Pass it over to Tim and ask him if he will be able to ascertain anything from it.
Oh, I cast
Be
that.
longer than this substream. God damn it. Nice. Nice.
It's funny.
Yeah, do you want to try to identify it, Tim?
Oh,
All right. You exert your arcane presence over the top of this dagger in between your hands, and swiftly you get the sense of what this is. This is a dagger of warning.
oh,
It is a +1 dagger. So the dagger itself is not all that special, but the boon that it carries with it essentially gives you the ability to not be surprised in combat for those who are attuned to it. So if you look up a dagger of warning, or any weapon of warning, they all have the same basic ability. While the weapon is on your person, you have advantage on initiative rolls. In addition, you and any of your companions within 30 feet of you can't be surprised except when incapacitated by something other than non-magical sleep. The weapon magically awakens you and your companions within range if any of you are sleeping naturally when combat begins. So essentially, you can't be surprised with this attuned to you. And you have advantage on initiative rolls. So do with that as you will. probably the best outcome you could have gotten with that
Yeah, no
that
shit,
roll of a
right?
6. Definitely a positive. See, they're not always bad things. In fact, sometimes they're very good. Sometimes they're very bad, though. It just depends on how the
Could
dice.
have got a reincarnated Rat King. Some stupid.
Oh my fucking god, that'd be crazy.
He's right there. He's level 17 now.
I've been here the whole time.
Yeah. That was actually
There's a
Johan. I was
dagger,
not
yes,
surprised,
yes, yes,
bitch.
yes.
Oh my god. That'd be crazy.
Oh my god. You mean the Rat Prince?
Yeah, Rat Prince.
The Rat Prince. There's a dagger, yes, yes, yes.
Cool. I guess we have this for now.
Okay.
I'm gonna, I guess, just continue on.
You descend down this pipe as it begins to narrow quite a bit to the point where you're almost like the larger of your group are almost shoulder to shoulder through this, but you eventually come to an area where the incoming breeze is getting quite heavy and you're getting more fresh air, just as you begin to see a trickle of moonlight coming out, and that oppressive sense of charged energy in this space has diminished almost entirely, as you find yourself just outside the envelopment of the deep haze in this space. Let me go ahead and pull up the main map here, just as a point of perspective. But you find yourselves quite far down, just outside the walls here. You look down as you come just outside this craggly wall. You're still quite a ways up, probably about 45 feet up from the surface. You see down below you trees and just ragged buildings outside the main walls of Drakenheim. Based on your understanding of the city and its layouts, as you look up to see the far scaling walls of Castle Draken themselves, and you can see and hear the cry of Maidazoran far in the distance, though, as you exit this space on the eastern side of Castle Draken. But nevertheless, you find yourselves in a precarious spot. How do you intend to proceed leaving this location? You still have the carpet of flying, and you do, I believe, have some other means of flight as well. Or you could attempt to descend down to the lowest levels here, what looks like outer roads and what was likely the dilapidated remains of the areas not too far from the Black Ivory Inn, if you recall, which was right here. As you see in the distance,
we're not going.
the King's Gate here at number 2. But once you find that location and you spot King's Gate, you have a good idea of where you are on the eastern side of the outer walls of the city. You are just outside the envelopment of the deep haze surrounding Castle Draken.
I do have Featherfall if we do. As a slow, I mean, I know we got the carpet, but I have that too.
Right.
Another option.
And only 3 of us? Was it 3 of us could get on the carpet?
I think.
Yeah, because we're kind of big.
Yeah, I think it's 15. I forget how many pounds it can hold.
I think it can hold the 2 Goliaths and no one else, or everyone but one of the Goliaths.
Right. 800 pounds total.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
So however you want to configure that.
Sure. And knowing how the carpet works, we would have to have at least one person on it to be able to command it, right?
Correct.
Okay. I mean, if we save our abilities or our flight and stuff in case, when we need to come back here. I think that would be most beneficial.
Wait, how much heavier are we than the the weight limit? Could this just be a perfect way to get it to casually fall while we try and hold ourselves up?
I mean, you can certainly
Just,
try.
Over
Fucking
encumber
Christ.
the-
See what overcovering the
Does it-
carpet does.
Does it
No.
sink slowly or does it break and
Yeah.
drop like a rock? That's the
Yeah.
question. I
It's-
think it's going to be the latter.
I don't know.
sitting
We
there,
can
yeah, I was
certainly
like-
try.
I'm
I
not
was like-
certainly trying.
Sitting there trying to theorize some shit. I was like, what if we put the car like halfway and then we jump on it? And then I'm like, no, that shit's going down like crazy.
Oh, you want it to be like a Buster Keaton awning situation.
Yeah, I was trying to see how creative we could get with this. But
I'm down for it. Let's see it. Aim for the bushes.
aim for the carpet. Oh shit.
I mean, you said the dragon seemed to be pretty far off in the distance from what we heard from the roar.
Yeah, give me
at the very least.
give me a perception check. See if you can determine where the dragon is. Or exactly.
That's
It's hard to say. You feel like he's far enough off just based on the sound alone, but it's hard to say exactly.
Okay.
You can't really see very well because you really just see the edge of the wall directly above you, and you can't really see past that without getting further away from this outcropping, this essentially mountainous region, this sheer cliffside here. You can see the cliff itself
Right.
goes up probably another 40 or 50 feet, then comes the wall, which is like 60 foot up that. So to get to the top of the wall from where you are right now is like 100 feet above you.
Okay.
And then there's like 40, 45 feet down to the lowest level. Yeah.
Got it. My immediate thought is if we get away from the castle wall, even if the dragon's close, it will probably, it almost be like bound to the castle. Like it's not going to leave the grounds. So I don't think we need to be particularly quick if we wanted to do, 3 down, send one person up again on the carpet, and then get the last person. Or whatever formation we want to do with it. 2 and 2 or whatever. And I'd be fine hanging out up top if it gets hairy. I have a quick means to get down.
Yeah, I definitely don't have a quick means.
Well, we all technically have quick means, but I have a safe one.
Yeah, that's true. Depends on how you
You
look.
could all travel, 9.8 meters per second straight down.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
So that's just my suggestion. If someone wants to get fancy schmancy, I'm open ears.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. To be honest.
Sure. So is everyone down for that?
Yeah.
If we sudden, okay.
It works.
Let's do it.
If you 3 want to go, and I can stay for the time being.
Let's ride.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Tim, Giorgio, and Chugrulk, you begin descending downwards on the carpet, giving the Elvish command word for descend. As you begin to descend, go ahead and Cedric or Tim, I think you have the highest passive of your trio. The two of you, give me a perception check.
Is that perception?
Yeah, perception, please.
Yes, sir. Ah, yikes.
No,
Okay.
sir.
No, sir.
You look down and immediately start to get vertigo and almost throw up your cookies.
Oh, God.
Did you roll, Cedric? The 13. I think that was from earlier, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not with them. Did you want it now?
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Stay
just
back.
because you're.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, two
separate.
separate groups right now.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This is different than the. Oh,
23.
the dichotomy of the dice is in
Oh,
full
man.
swing tonight. Cedric, you immediately look up as your companions begin to descend, and you see and hear the crunching of stone and movement directly above you. Midas Zoran has not appeared, but you can see that there are a trio of gargoyles that have noticed you from the edge and are beginning to break loose from their bindings and are looking down at what they can only imagine is movement. You don't see that they've begun a descent, but they are definitely searching as your companions begin to descend on the carpet in close proximity to the wall. With that knowledge, what do you do?
I'm fucking huge. I don't have a cloak that I could throw over myself. Do I have the one that I'm thinking of here? No, I don't have that spell. So, here's a question for you, Stopper.
Yep.
It's instantaneous. Could I go ahead and put myself almost into the wall of the cast, like the part that we just came into, and then use disguise self to essentially just try to camouflage myself?
Camouflage yourself as what? Disguise self allows you to assume the visage of another individual, correct?
Oh,
I'm pretty sure
it
it's
just says
another
look-
individual.
it just says look different until the spell ends.
Okay. I guess if you took on the form of a humanoid? What are you trying to do specifically?
Almost make myself seem like I'm melded into the stone.
Go Peter Malak from
Sheba.
Hunger Games. I swear. You've got this.
Yeah.
I would say, yeah, you could make yourself look like some sort of sculpture as part of the stone, or some sort of carving there would be realistic, like a part of the castle. Yeah, I'd allow that.
Okay. I'll do that and almost just look like a suit of armor, but more stone-esque.
Yeah,
into
like
the-
a wall carving, sort
Yeah.
of a relief carving or something. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check with advantage because you use the disguise self, which I think is offset by your armor.
Yeah, because I had disadvantage, so it was just
Right.
a straight roll.
Right.
Of an 18.
18. Okay. You don't, as you look up just ever so cautiously in your stationary form, you can see that the gargoyles haven't noticed you, but they still seem to sense movement of sorts coming down from that, the carpet. The carpet itself can move 60 feet in a single round. So that would be enough for in 6 seconds to get you down to the
Quickly get
ground. But you can see from above in that same sort of moment as you cast this spell that the gargoyles are still still searching downwards, but it's difficult at this distance because it's almost 150 feet from their present spot on these parapeted walls down to the ground level where your companions are just beginning to jump off the carpet. But were that carpet, you get a strong sense with that natural 20 perception check that if they were to ascend upwards again, they likely would get spotted. Because that carpet is like a bright burgundy red color. It is like
Got
it
it.
stands out very strongly against the brownish greens
Dankness
and
of everything.
yeah, and the grayness and brownness of the rocks. I mean, it's like a bright red target, even in this cloudy location. That these gargoyles are designed by their very nature to be vigilant
Mhm.
of anything trying to come up those walls.
Okay. Do they know this? Like, I don't think I would have been able to.
I don't think we know because of your terrible perception.
Yeah,
Sean.
you guys on the carpet don't know shit.
We have no idea.
You have no idea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you're
thought
just
that,
stepping
that with
off the
throwing
carpet
up.
as you're still in the understanding that you're going to send the carpet back up. Or one of you is going to ride it back up.
Can I see clearly down when they do land on the?
Yeah, you
when they
can
get to
look
the
down.
ground.
Yeah, you're just. I mean, your movement of your head is so slight that it wouldn't attract any attention, and with your high stealth check, it's not going to matter. I mean, nothing can really see you in your disguised form. As you look down, they're just beginning to all jump off the carpet. Of the trio that went down to the ground, which of you was planning to ascend backwards or back to collect your companion, Cedric?
I think it might have been Tim, but I'm not 100% sure.
I was not going to volunteer for fear of overriding the
just
weight
don't-
limit,
I
even
I
though we
thought
know
Tim
that two
was-
Goliaths can fit.
Yeah, I think mine was just like Tim had the most like I'm not I don't think I can add much in the way of deception and trickery. But then that's just like what my opinion was. So like obviously I'm happy to go up if that's what the team decides.
Okay. Well, we'll just roll with that until I think Shiny had to step away for a sec.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
okay.
Step back.
Yeah, looks like you just got back.
You guys are
You good going back up?
So Tim, the general consensus is that as you guys step off, you know that Cedric is back up there, but you can't see him right now. You don't know if he's just out of sight inside the tunnel, but you don't sense any danger with your perception check. You step down. My question to your group, the three of you stepping off, who is the one that's going to ascend back up to collect Cedric on the carpet?
I mean, I'm willing to, because just in case something fucking happens, I have the feather fall, so we have
That
that.
was
so we can
why I
protect-
was.
That's so
Yeah,
I'm
and I
willing
agree
to.
with that. Yeah. So I think the reasoning for me not going was because I don't have things like that, and then it makes like like I was like just kind of like already shaky on the carpet. I don't really want to
Okay.
be going up if I don't have feather fall in my pocket.
Okay, so this is all happening simultaneously. Cedric, you look down and you see Tim stepping back onto the carpet in preparation to ascend back up to collect you. And you know that these gargoyles, as you look back up in that split second moment, that the moment he begins to ascend back up, they are likely going to see him. Because he's basically a big red dot on a green background. I mean, it's unless they're like red-green colorblind, they're going to see him.
Are they red-green colorblind?
No.
Would I know this? Damn.
You are strong enough in the cosmology of gargoyles and mythical creatures to know that they are not red-green colorblind.
Okay. While I'm seeing all of this go down, can I go ahead and use thaumaturgy to just make almost like the sound of like a rock starting to dislodge further from I guess like left of me, but like further just like directly out almost.
Yeah. Give me a deception check with advantage. Okay.
That only rolled once, I think.
All right.
All right, 25.
Well,
Okay.
that might do it.
I don't think they can even beat that, even if they rolled a natural 20. Let me double check. If
know
they
that from
rolled a
my
natural
idea of-
20, maybe.
right,
I'm going to roll it on the
let's-
table, but like I said, unless they rolled a 20, yeah, they have to roll a 20 because they have a, just to meet it, they would have to roll a 20. So I'm going to roll it on the table just for shits and giggles, but the likelihood of this happening is pretty unlikely. Yeah, no. You call out and create this sound of crumbling rocks off in the distance about, I would say, what's the total distance of thaumaturgy? Does it say?
I believe it's 30.
30? Okay. Far enough that
Yeah,
as
30.
your companion begins to ascend, you cast your voice out like a ventriloquist, bouncing the sound off of these craggly rocks, immediately catching the attention of these gargoyles as your companion ascends up on the carpet beside you. Tim, as this is happening, you do not see Cedric immediately. You just see this, like, suit of armor relief carving in the wall, and you hear these craggling rocks off in a distance, far enough away that it's out of sight, but you look up as you hear this as like these three gargoyles just descend down in that direction as you're like, yep, time to go. As this is happening, Cedric, what do you do?
I'm going to break out of my disguise now that Tim, he's basically like level with where I would be.
Yeah,
right
he's
now.
like 5 feet away from where you are.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm just going to poof, break out of it, and then jump onto the carpet and just frantically tell him to go down. I don't know if I know the Elvish for down, but
one of you would know immediately. Tim, you see this relief carving just jump out from you like full surprise, motherfucker, and just like jumps onto the carpet as your companion goes from looking like a dormant statue to his normal form, just kneeling down on the carpet like go, 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 go.
Fucking get the fuck out of here.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. And yeah. Yeah, the carpet moves down just as the gargoyles begin to sense movement. Go ahead. If you guys want to, let's see, what would this be? You can either give me stealth or you can give me athletics. I would say you can either try to hide or you can try to just full bull or just leg it, or use some other ability to try to just cheese it out of here right now. It's your choice. Either teleport, athletics check, or try to stealth your way so you do not get seen by these gargoyles.
I'm gonna get seen.
Yeah, I think my stealth is scuffed.
Well, that's why I said you can just try to book it as quickly as you can
that's
into the
my-
tree line, because
That's what
there's
I'm getting at. Sorry, that's
those
what I'm
trees
getting
are
at.
like 60
That's
feet
my
away.
vote.
So if you dash, you're deep into the surrounding forest outside of this sheer cliff face.
How far are we trying? How far is it? The
About
distance right
60,
now?
60, 70 feet. We'll say it's 60 just for the sake of dash.
Yeah, I mean it's a bit. I don't know. I wouldn't cast it. I have Dimension Door I can cast, but I don't really want
Yeah,
to do
so
it for
do I.
this. It's
to
a
go
bit much for-
300.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like 60 feet, I'm like, nah, I'm good. I mean, I could just Misty Step and get the fuck over there. I'm good, but
I'm
Okay.
happy
Yeah,
to do
I'm-
an athletics check. I'm rolling for that.
So if you
I'm
cast
probably just
Misty
gonna
Step,
fucking
I would
book
say
it.
you don't need to make the roll. That's your normal speed plus Misty Step. You right as they were about to see you, Tim, you just bamf out of there and you're in the tree line.
yeah, I could do it once a day too for
Sure.
getting
Fuck.
through all my abilities. Yeah,
so good.
Man, those half
Well,
feats are fucking broken. They really are.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run.
Okay.
Sprint my balls off.
All right. Give me Cedric, give me an athletics check. Okay. And Giorgio, what are you doing?
And mine, I'm also running. My athletics is an 11 total.
Okay.
Good grouping, guys.
pretty mid.
At least
running,
you're
but,
consistent.
we're pretty,
You're pretty spent. I would say it's not super high. The DC was only 11, so you just
We got it,
barely.
baby. Let's
You were far enough
go.
away that the gargoyles really, even if they fully sprinted and dashed at a fly speed, they probably wouldn't get down to you, and they're not going to descend far enough away from the castle to, compromise their position. So I would say that's more than enough. Any slower than that, though, yeah, that would have been a problem. So I will say in this point, also Vale, thank you for the raid. Appreciate it, my friend.
What up, Vale?
Yo, Vale.
But yeah, you just barely managed to escape into the tree line as these gargoyles begin to sense something is amiss, but whatever it was has now escaped their sight and their purview and their perimeter responsibilities. So you see them far off in the distance begin to return to the parapeted walls of Castle Draken, about 150 feet up the cliff face and the walls of the castle. You are, for the time being, outside of any dangerous outside of any danger, I would say. With that, what would you like to do is you're in the sort of a wooded area, not a huge forest, but there's a decent amount of trees that are either scorched, broken. Some still have some greenery around them, but not a tremendous amount. But they're just heavily waterlogged, sort of a species that were naturally lush to begin with, but they're all sort of like this grayish, half-dead color. Like a lot of things in Drakenheim, they just look like they are already dead or on the verge of death. As you know, in the city of Drakenheim, nothing really rots. Nothing really decays to its fullest extent. Even those things that die inside the haze, those that are lucky enough not to succumb to the corruption, are forever preserved, if not consumed by something else. But you can see off in the distance, just outside the tree line, there are several dilapidated buildings, and far off in the distance, maybe about a half mile or a little more, you can see past the crumbling remains of what was the Black Ivory Inn is King's Gate. What would you all like to do? For the time being, you have escaped Castle Draken.
Can we take like a short rest, or like is that dangerous right now? I'm just like curious.
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Did we take a short rest inside the?
You did.
Oh, I might be. Sorry, I might.
We
be
did when we got the.
Yeah. You did before you spoke to the steward.
The pillar.
Yeah. Chugrulk
Okay.
seems fine. Hard to say. It's, slightly cloudy, foggy, rainy. The usual
Drakenheim.
Drakenheim. Yeah, pretty much par for the course at this point.
It seemed like a silly question.
Slightly waterlogged is
You
basically
never
the
know.
general weather conditions for Drakenheim.
Looks like the Midwest.
Yeah, pretty much like the Pacific Northwest. Beginnings of winter. But nevertheless, you don't sense any immediate danger. Not to say something couldn't be lurking, but you don't sense any immediate danger around you. What would you all like to do?
I'm hurting. That's all.
Did you not take your hit points? I thought you
That's
took
what
a
I'm
short
thinking is like, and none of my shit is like reset. So maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm.
Let me look back at the old logs.
That's why I asked the question. Yeah.
Right, because I know you guys took hit dice. Let me look here.
I was hurt, and I forget what it was. I'm at 66 now, so I'm trying to
Yeah,
remember
so
what
something's
happened.
happened.
Yeah,
You might
I'm all
have
the way
just not
healed,
spent
and
yours,
there's no
so
way.
but you would have had
I'm
the
like
opportunity,
second
Chugrulk.
wind and shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
so Everybody else took a short rest. I think you had to leave early last time, so you didn't have time.
Right.
I would say at this
Yeah.
point in time, if you want to spend hit dice, I wouldn't make you guys stop for it because I would just assume you would have taken them before you spoke to the steward.
Okay.
So if you want to spend some of your hit dice, you can certainly do so.
All right. Says full rest has been taken. Relevant abilities have been reset. It doesn't seem to have done anything. Yep.
Right. You have to spend you take your short rest, so it refueled your abilities, but you didn't spend any of your hit dice.
I did spend 2 of them,
Oh, okay.
and it hasn't reset my abilities or my health, so I just don't think it worked.
Okay.
Let me just try again.
I mean, if you need to manually roll
Good.
them, you can.
It worked that time.
Yeah, I
I
just
see
got it
that.
wrong. Yep, there we
Okay.
go. Alright. Sorry, I was just like bugging out for a couple of seconds. I just had to reset my whole character sheet.
It's all good. I think D&D Beyond's a little borked. If we weren't so deep in this campaign, I would suggest different platforms, but anyway. Outside the confines of the castle, still in Drakenheim, in less than perfect conditions, but less dangerous than where you previously were, what would you like to do?
I don't completely remember the King's Gate. That's the one that we passed in and out of without much issues last time when we got to the inn, right?
Yes. So when you saw it previously, when you had passed into the Black Ivory Inn, you saw it in its normal configuration years prior. Now, as you look at it in the distance, you can see the portcullis gates on the exterior and interior are just completely destroyed. They're just, it looks like something has like completely at some point just driven them through and completely ripped them off of their moorings. So the gate is completely open at this point. And all these buildings, including the Black Ivory Inn, this, what you can barely see where you had left, not but maybe a few days prior, is just a pile of sticks and mud and broken stone walls. This whole area over here just looks like it was completely destroyed and rained upon. You can see the aftermath of, you know, extraterrestrial fire and debris just have completely wrecked this corner. This area directly adjacent to King's Gate is almost completely leveled to its foundations. There's a few
So it's not
buildings that are
much of a
still...
gate.
No, the wall still stands, but the portcullis, like the metal
It's
portions of the
destroyed.
gate, yeah, there's an interior and exterior gate in a portcullis. So there's an exterior, and you know they operate independently for
Yeah,
redundancy.
security purposes.
They're
yeah.
both completely blown out.
Gone. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like something very large, very heavy, and very powerful just blew them out from the exterior. Or I'm sorry, from the interior. Like the gates themselves are like scattered just outside the front of the gate. So some incredibly powerful force of some kind just blew this gate out from the inside.
Um, I don't know. Up to you guys what we want to do. Up this way wasn't where we experienced the merfolk. What were they?
No,
I don't
you
remember
saw
exactly
those.
where that was.
That was deeper to closer to Slaughterstone Square. Between the astrological tower and Slaughterstone Square. You know that you had passed along the north side of the Dran River here. You had stopped in the clock tower.
Let's get back to Temple Ward.
Yeah, you had come
Okay.
through this area, and in between number 12, which is the tower, and Slaughterstone Square, you had passed through. You had encountered those sewer dregs somewhere along here, through one of these alleyways, and after dealing with them and passing through just below some of the deep haze is where you saw the shadow of some massive entity heading towards Slaughterstone Square, right at this intersection here, across the bridge of the Dran River.
Okay.
And then you had come up along the backside of the wall and headed towards Kingsgate. That's where you had seen that the gates themselves, the portcullis gates in this location, are just completely blown out.
Oh, I guess it depends. Do we want to immediately make a break for it, or stay around here for now and maybe rest?
It sounds like a plan to me.
I mean, I'm still down to rest, honestly. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
full. Like, I'm not health. Like, I'm still worried about my health. Is kind of where I'm getting at.
I would go either way.
I will
Yeah,
say,
why don't-
in this
Go ahead.
situation, you are in the haze, so a long rest is not a possibility.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, right,
okay.
right.
Just as a reminder, you can take short rests, as many as you'd like, but a long rest is prohibited inside the haze. You would need to have to go quite far out. You'd have to follow outside King's Road out into the forest, quite a ways just outside the city itself
To get
before
outside the haze.
to get outside the haze. Or you would need to get back
So presume-
to the clock tower above the
Clock
haze,
tower.
or you would need to get all the way back to the Hooded Lantern's barracks.
Got it. Okay.
Or head far, far south down past Champion's Way, down towards almost off the map to get back to Emberwood Village. But right now you are very much in the haze still.
Got it. Okay. With that, I guess, do you guys want to try to make it back to the clock tower then? As like a point of safety for now, and then determine if we want to go back to the, Queen of Thieves, or where we want to go after.
I'm down.
Where on the map exactly are we right now?
Just above 2.
Yeah,
Just
you're
okay,
over
so
here in the
okay,
tree
okay,
line.
that's right.
Yeah.
'Cause, yeah.
Around these roads, these dilapidated old townhomes and
Yeah.
sort of small village outside the city proper. Further north, you would head towards like farmlands and the heavily forested part of the northern edge of Drakenheim. And then following King's Road out, you would head towards Kesselholm. Which you, Georgio, are the only one in this group who's probably more familiar with Kesselholm.
Yeah. Hmm.
But you would know that the King's Road is like the main thoroughfare towards Kesselholm and is like one of the main sort of merchant thoroughfares east out of Drakenheim. It's also you recall for many years that at least traditionally in the past, when a new king was coronated or just prior to that, they would go through and sort of do for lack of a better term, sort of a PR campaign across Westamar to all the various noble families to garner their support. And they would start heading west and sort of circle around down due west, then down south around the southern edge of Westamar, and then back eastward. And then their return road would be back into the city along King's Road after finally passing through Kesselholm. So the reason it's referred to as the King's Road is it's the King's last road back into the city.
Yep.
Hence its name, because it's also the closest road to the castle itself.
I don't know. What are you guys
I think
thinking?
we make it to the clock tower.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we want to go the same path as we did previously along the Drain River, or
Worked for us then.
Is your intent to travel by foot? Are you planning on utilizing your newfound companion, or what's your direction here, or what's your
I know
means
it's
of
very
travel?
fast, but I think that we're not all able to get on it, so it wouldn't really help us with going
Yeah.
fast. If somebody doesn't feel like walking, I think you could ride it, but we might as well just walk. It's got to be walking speed.
yeah, who wants to kick back on the carpet? Yeah, I think just walking, and if we're going to walk, since it's been a bit since we went through here, I would cast Pass Without a Trace for us.
Okay.
I would have to do it at level 3, but that's fine with you. You know, hopefully we get there.
Okay. Well, is the intent to travel at a normal pace? Because you can already see the light of the day has all but faded. You're essentially into the early evening hours at this point in time. So it is getting quite dark quite quickly at this point in time. The other thing to keep in mind is your use of Aqua Expurgo.
Mm.
You have maybe about, I would say at this point, maybe 3 hours before the ill effects of Aqua Expurgo take hold.
Till we start throwing up everywhere.
Yeah.
All right, I guess we.
And at that point, you'll be incapacitated for the better part of half an hour.
So I guess we just have to freaking book it then, if we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
Just as a reminder, because it has been quite a length of time, you do have, I believe, other means of flight for your return trip
Yeah, we
as
have
well.
the potions, right?
Yes. Because I think you had assumed that you might need to use them on the way back, so that is an option as well. And with that, I mean, not to say you would be completely outside the realm of approach, but you would definitely be able to circumvent a lot of the negative effects of the city, potentially, and return prior to that 3-hour time limit. Or at least, if not return entirely to the barracks, but at least to the clock tower. But, I mean, almost to the barracks at this point with a fly speed, assuming nothing else attempts to disrupt you.
Do we have a general idea of how far away the clock tower is from our current location?
As the crow flies?
Yeah.
About a mile as the crow flies. Mile and a half. Much further if you were to walk around through normal means.
Having to go around. Yeah.
Right. And then straight to the barracks from here, about 2 miles.
Okay.
So certainly doable with a fly speed.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if we can make it to the clock tower in 3 hours, even if we do take it. Not necessarily like a snail's pace, but at a
Oh, yeah.
one where we can take our time.
With a fly speed, yes, absolutely. You could get there in like
Right.
less than 20 minutes. Your potion of flying lasts an hour, I believe. And I believe it's concentration free as well, if I remember correctly, for a potion. Versus a scroll or a spell.
Yeah. I'll leave it up to you guys for how you want to address it.
Yeah, 1 hour, no concentration.
Okay.
Mm.
So, what are you guys thinking? Sorry.
Honestly, like, I'm not sure which one we've narrowed down, but like, I'm kind of in a spot where like this the safest and most discreet. But obviously, that's very dynamic. I've just got not much to offer in the way of like means of like getting from A to B, if you know what I mean. So, I'm not sure if I've got much to say except for ball out.
Yeah.
I think we would be fine if saving our stuff and just moving quickly.
Yeah, I mean, moving quickly is like probably where like that's the only thing that I can like offer and do. So I don't want to put
Yeah.
you guys out while like using your shit like in a spot that we could potentially save it. Kind of where I'm getting at.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan to me.
I mean, yeah,
And-
if
and,
we
like,
need it, like if something comes up and we need it, like we can use it. But like, I feel like we could just potentially go for it and see how it goes.
I think especially because we had that short rest earlier, almost like most of the things that because you're saving. I was saving things. I don't know about you guys, but in the last fight, saving things in case we had to go in and deal with the big guy afterwards. You know, so it's like I have a
Yeah.
lot of stuff. So like if we do run into some trouble, I think that not to say that we're going to be fine. I think that I have a lot to. I think I could handle a lot.
Is that everyone's decision?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Cedric, you said you were going to cast Pass Without Trace?
Yeah, I have to up level it, but
Okay.
yeah, I'll cast it.
Okay. Well, I guess the intent or the need is to move quickly, so stealth is kind of out the window. So if you're attempting to stealth,
Yeah.
it'll be done at disadvantage if you're trying to move quickly. You do have Pass Without Trace, but any stealth checks will be at disadvantage if you're trying to move quickly. Because again, you have a 3-hour time limit here before that Aqua Expurgo kicks you in the teeth. So in order to get to a guaranteed safe location, you would need to get to the clock tower in the next 3 hours, which is not undoable, but it will be more difficult if that's your intended location.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the only guaranteed safe point that you know of. But if that's the case and you intend to go, I would recommend showing me what path you're going to take from your current location, which is essentially just to the west of this road here, just a little ways north of Kingsgate.
We're like here. Let's see, is this working?
Just a little ways of this ring building here, this dilapidated.
Like down here.
Yeah, you're like right off of this road. Essentially, is where you're at.
Okay.
So I would say, as the crow flies, it's a mile, but it's about, in its current configuration, you're probably looking more like 2.5. Yeah.
Something like this. And I know that this
Yeah.
is the distance that it's giving is not exactly accurate, but
Right,
just
right.
this path. This is path.
Yeah, I would
I
just
just
say
make-
for loose assumptions, about 2 miles.
Does this look okay to you guys? You guys think something different?
I think it's fine.
I think that's the best we got.
Yeah, that's what we did last time with
Yeah.
safe-ish. So
Okay.
The only thing I'm is once we go through Kingsgate is like this part right here. I was thinking rather than this, because I think this might be too wide open. Whereas like we can kind of, if we're going through here, it's tighter spaces, you know.
right.
There's also Slaughterstone
So-
Square.
No, thank you.
No.
Oh, nope, I remember that. No, thank you.
Hey, you guys
Okay.
saw a giant over here, right?
All right. Well, if your intent is to move at a brisk pace, I would require
Make
a
lot of noise.
yeah. I'm gonna need a stealth check from everybody at disadvantage. You do have Pass Without Trace, so you have a +10 to whatever you get.
All right.
What if we're already at disadvantage for stealth? Doesn't matter.
You can't
there's
have double
there's no
disadvantage.
there's
Yeah,
double
you're still-
disadvantage, which is why
Oh my god.
Together out,
Okay, well
maybe.
that's Chugrulk's like, fuck your disadvantage.
That's crazy. They have super disadvantage as an option on D&D Beyond.
I was
That
wondering
is
if they did
That's terrible.
No.
super disadvantage. Just sounds awful.
Yeah. Okay. These aren't bad.
What do you got, Georgio?
What else I'm putting it in there?
If like super disadvantage, be like roll a D100 and you have to roll 100, otherwise you just fail.
My other one was a 26 or something, so that's my low roll.
26 is your low, or 19?
No,
is the low?
no. The 19 is the low.
Okay.
26 is the
Okay.
obviously.
Not
it's the higher
bad.
one.
I mean, with disadvantage, that's actually pretty fucking good. Yeah, I
The
think the
plus 10,
lowest was
like,
19 actually, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus 10 is crazy.
Yeah, a seven on disadvantage is terrible.
Okay.
Plus 10 makes it very very
with
easy
those
to-
high
to get
rolls, I'll
through.
say I just need one person to roll me a d6.
Chugrulk, you got a 30. I say you do it.
Yeah, I'm down.
Oh,
I kind of saw that coming, actually.
We don't know if this is good or bad. We don't know if this is good or bad. Sometimes one is
True,
good.
True.
This is why I hate it.
As you head through
DM.
Kingsgate, you feel a stiff breeze that's pushing the deep haze in this area directly at you. And as you get past Kingsgate and you're looking for this turnoff to go south, you get spun around quite rapidly in this dense fog of the deep haze. You are not in any immediate danger from the deep haze since you are still under the effects of Aqua Expurgo. But it is like walking through the thickest fog you've ever seen in your lifetime. For you, Tim, it is an oppressive presence of this deep haze. The energetic feeling is overwhelming. It was bad in Castle Draken. Here it is an overwhelming sense of dread in this space, in this region of the city. Cedric, you get a similar sense of dread, but for a different reason.
Oh.
As a cleric, you've been around death. You've seen the passing of life. You've seen the birth. You've seen the positives and the negatives. This space is overwhelmingly thick with death. Thousands, maybe tens of thousands of lives have been spent like small flames, extinguished for various reasons, good, bad, or indifferent. It washes over you like a thick wave of emotion and pain and fear. As you attempt to find this southern road with that roll, you instead find yourselves much closer than you would like to Slaughterstone Square, getting spun around in this dense fog. Before it begins to open up, you find yourselves looking around, wondering, I don't remember this space from our last excursion here. I think we're in the wrong place, is the dreadful thought that crosses all your minds as you step into this square. That oppressive sense of dread hits you all like a freight train as you hear the like steam engines pressing out gusts of heated air from an oppressively large construct in the center of Slaughterstone Square. You see in the center of this space a well beside a gallows. On top of that gallows, you see the hanging ropes, the nooses. Those are a swift and dignified end for those bound for the hangman's noose. Few got that luxury. Because what you see in this square defies logic and reason. What you see in this square is an oppressively large construct. Its massive shoulder pauldrons extending out from its main body, with large metallic spikes extending out, speared upon which you see the lifeless corpses, some headless, some not. And in its right hand, a gruesomely large axe, the size of a small farmhouse, the blade at the end, covered in crusted blood. And Tim, as you stare at this construct, you sense the overwhelming presence of delirium corrupting it to its core. It is still tied to the city's defenses and its magical network, but it is entirely operating under its own twisted morality at this point.
I'm out. I'm out. That thing looks fucking crazy. Jesus, dude.
Look, I know we got lost and turned around or whatever, but like I do know which direction is away from this, and I'm going that way. Like,
Drop your tokens right here for the time being.
That's okay.
Oh.
we're at.
Right where my marker is at.
I don't see.
The,
Can you?
I can drop you on there. Hold on.
Yeah, I can see where everybody else is getting dropped, but I don't. see
Yeah,
your
just
pings or anything
somewhere
like
in that general area.
Yeah.
You can see as it opens up to this space, you can see the well here that even though there appears to be water, you can see that there's it's empty in the middle. There are corpses and skeletons all strewn about this space, headless bodies either scattered across the back of the executioner, the large construct that you see here in this space. Let me see if I can find a better representation of the executioner here for you. Not show the picture. Dang it. What the hell? All right, whatever. You get the general idea. I'll put a picture up of the miniature in proportion to y'all's miniatures later. Needless to say, this construct is about 25 feet tall. The axe blade itself is about close to 8 or 9 feet wide. Many, many criminals have met their end here. Whether justly convicted or not, they are among the many who have perished in this square. A location, Giorgio, your mother told me you many times to steer clear of. And although you grew up in Drakenheim, this is your first time seeing it. And see it you have in its worst state ever. You can see that the executioner in his clutches, his left hand, not carrying the gruesome axe that drags across the ground, is the corpse of what looks like some sort of dreg, barely alive. The executioner flings it to the ground as the axe blade is raised on high, and in one gruesome drop comes down and splits it from leg to skull. Then grabs the remains and flings them into the empty well at the center of the square. In close proximity to the executioner, I need you all to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, what saving throw? Say again.
Wisdom.
I'm starting to think that one was not good.
No.
No, not at all. Not in this location.
Damn it.
What do you got, Giorgio?
God damn it, I was hoping you were gonna get a 14. That would have been
13.
sick.
Tim.
That would have been funny.
So Cedric and Chugrulk, you just barely save.
Fuck.
Tim and Giorgio, you are frightened of the executioner. You cannot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not?
Yeah, well,
I mean, you're fearful of it, but these two are absolutely mortified. Tim, for almost like the oppressive nature of this entity, sharing some of the same sort of magical componentry as you, but in such an intense and gruesome state, it is like being presented with, you know, it's like being face to face with your high school bully after years. Like, it is like that sort of sense of helplessness. Giorgio, you find yourself as if you were a child staring at death for the first time. This symbol of authoritarian, punishment and martial law staring you at the face. Even though you have not done anything wrong, you sense any sort of evils or wrongs you've done in your lifetime just sort of come to the forefront of your mind in the oppressive nature of this entity. You cannot approach the executioner. You know that, Giorgio, based on your geographic location, the fastest route would be to pass directly by here. The next fastest would be to go south. But you are just lost in thought at the moment. You're kind of just stunned. Not like mechanically stunned, but, just there's a brief moment where you just can't think of anything other than staring at this entity in fear. That being said, as you enter the square, or the beginning of the square, you can see that after subduing or executing this dreg, the executioner turns, its octarine eyes locking on to the four of you. As it turns and stations itself, you hear the as the steam rolls out from all the joints and the axe is raised, the spiked tip pointing out at the four of you. What do you all do?
Fucking book it. Are we still in a deep haze that we can't really like?
Yes, you are very much in the deep haze.
Yeah, this is a particularly heavy spot, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yes, that's why you got lost.
Sorry, I meant like the like super dense fog one
yes.
that rolled through. Okay.
Yeah, that's how you got turned around with that one. Unfortunately, you got lost in the deep haze.
I mean, yeah, could we just run away? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I think that technically you guys have to run away from
we
it.
can't get closer to it. I've got,
And I'm fine
Uh,
with that.
I've got a feat that I can get rid of that with a psionic die, which I have enough of. But like, also you could just leave. I don't want to be here. I don't want to deal with this. This is not a fight I want to have.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I know I'm capped on spell slots and shit, so
As the axe is raised, you watch as multiple corpses in this square suddenly begin to shift and twist violently as you see shadowy tendrils begin to swell up around as multiple grasping shadows begin to form above the still corpses, focusing on the four of you.
Mm-hmm.
As they all begin to approach, what do you do? You see that even though they are all shadows of their former selves, they all look like they're in the last moments of fear and anguish of their lives before their souls were extinguished, or their lives were extinguished, but the souls are trapped here in Slaughterstone Square by the executioner. That even in their death, they are not allowed any sort of escape. It is a punishment worse than death.
Well, let's put them out of their misery, no?
I don't know, man. I've
No.
got 60-foot sprint speed, and I can sprint all the way over here.
how tall is this fountain, Stopper?
The fountain, probably about 8 or 9 feet tall. 10,
Okay, so
10
it's just a
feet.
normal-
Yeah. Yeah, it's
normal fountain.
it's kind of deceiving. This center portion is more like a well at this point than a fountain. It's completely empty. Yeah. Because he took the corpse that he just executed, the dreg, and tossed the remains into the middle of the fountain. Into the empty hole.
And how far away is the executioner from us right now? What'd you say?
About 80 feet.
80. So I'm still gonna be under the assumption that we're running, personally.
I'm just running away feels real
But-
nice.
Before that happens, can I go ahead and cast my duplicate onto like where the gallows are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let me put a little marker or something. I don't know if I ever gave you a token for that. I might have to change that later.
Yeah, I don't see one available, but just
I can just put your spiritual weapon there as a token marker.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, just trying to use it as a distraction essentially.
Okay.
As we get the fuck out.
Okay. Is there like a save that they have specifically for that? Or is it just advantage on what? How does that read or work? I don't remember. It's been a while since
The
you've used it.
Channel divinity.
Yeah. How does your duplicate work?
As a bonus action, I can move it. It has to remain within 120 feet of me.
Okay.
You can cast your illusion, and then the both of you creature. Okay. When both you, oh, no, that only has to deal with if we're both within 5 feet of one another. The things just don't know which one to attack.
Got it. I would say I would give you the opportunity for. I'd give you the. Go ahead and give me a deception check. I'll give you advantage, given that you used your channel divinity here. So go ahead and give me a deception check. Ooh. Ooh.
Fucking
Okay. All right.
Yikes.
I'm gonna roll these on top of the board here.
Yeah, thank God I had advantage on this.
So I'm gonna start with that top shadow, go down, and the executioner will be last. So I'm gonna roll insight for the two of them. Give me a sec here. I gotta look up. I don't think these guys are incredibly insightful, but I need to look up his wisdom score. Okay. All right. So starting with the first shadow, they have a -1.
Okay.
So yeah, definitely a fail.
Got him.
Definitely a fail.
Nice.
Because of the negative. That
Yeah.
one did not succeed, so it's going to chase after you still. That one still gets. So the bottom two are going to chase after you. Now the big boy, he has a +4 to his wisdom.
+4 to wisdom.
That one.
Jesus Christ.
That one. Got him.
That one.
That's 23.
Oh, that's not in that one.
That
Almost.
is not a nat one.
So these two are going to go after. They're going to move directly towards your duplicate. As that's going on. These ones are going to chase after you. This is all kind of happening simultaneously. Let me look at the executioner has a 40-foot movement speed.
Okay.
So he can bridge the gap in one round with you guys if he sprints.
Fucking hell.
So if you're going to leg it, now would be the time.
Bye.
Okay. Go ahead and
Yeah,
this is going to be a skill challenge here to try to escape the executioner and his shadows.
Okay. Okay.
So, like I said, he is going to move right up on y'all. But that's his entire action and his movement. The shadows are going to do essentially the same because they have to use their dash to get up on you. So they're going to get up right here. But yeah, at the same time, you guys are moving. So whoever wants to go first on this, I will say with 3 successes before 2 failures, you succeed in escaping from the executioner. Use whatever means and methods you choose. But you need 3 successes. I'll say the DC is going to be, in this case, a 15.
Okay.
Across the board. So whatever that means with regards to how you intend to try to escape, your choice.
Is there anything around? It doesn't look like it on the map that we have, but is there anything around that's like debris that we can, or like carts or
anything
we can grab to, like,
Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
DVD pallet crash?
Yeah.
Right. Like, can we throw a bunch of shit in the way?
There's a cart behind you. There's
That's
more.
so funny.
There's a dead cow and some other stuff around here. You can see there's a corpse of some
Fucking
livestock.
dead cow.
Yeah, that's over here. You can certainly
Yeah,
try
this
to
20-foot tall thing.
Yeah, there's definitely some carts and debris along the way. There's also an alleyway here that you could squeeze through. There's other areas to the south of you. You have essentially what you can see at your disposal.
Do we have caltrops by chance? Did anyone pick those up?
Some ball bearings.
Shit.
No.
I might have ball bearings actually. No, fuck, that's the Obajiba campaign. I have ball bearings.
Wrong campaign. Sorry. Who's gonna go first?
Oh god, fuck.
I will say I'm so excited
try
when that
and,
one rolled. I was like, yes,
So-
yes.
Can I get a re-ping on where the cow corpse is?
Right here.
All right. Am I able to try and like sling that with my harpoon and like bring it towards us to pull it into the way?
Oh, that's sick.
I'll allow it for the rule of cool. I will say,
Like,
yeah. I mean, you have rope, and I mean, it's a little convoluted as far as action economy, but I'll allow it because it sounds cool.
I mean,
Yeah.
this thing does return to me, so I'm just trying.
Right,
to,
right.
I'm like, all
I
right, so
think
I'm
you
gonna
could
hope that it just-
slash a rope to it real quick.
That's-
I mean, you're a gladiator. You could
That's
do it.
the gladiator. That's it. Basically,
right.
I'm just trying to pull it out into the middle of the old walkway so
Yeah.
we can kind of dash.
Go ahead
across
and
it, as
give
you
me
can
an
probably imagine.
attack roll. Yeah, give me an attack roll. I'm gonna say in this case, given the situation, it's a the armor class you got to beat is a 12. Okay.
Hey.
With 14, there we go. Yeah,
Let's
you
go.
pierce it right through center mass. What do you want to do with this thing? Is my next question.
Basically, as everyone starts to run, like this is how I'm assuming it. I want to like pull it to me as I like, and then just leg it with everyone else. So it's like sitting where we are, basically.
Oh, you want to sling it back as kind of like a makeshift speed bump in front of these guys.
Yeah. That's the theory.
Okay. Since you already succeeded, I'll give you athletics with advantage.
I'm on it.
So you got to beat a 15. That'll do it. You immediately just pierce through this thing, over the shoulder rope, just sling this bovine corpse in front of these two shadows and the executioner, just littering them with basically the remains of this former dairy cow that's just emaciated and crumbling. But as I stated before, corpses don't decay completely in Drakenheim. So this semi-rotted cow corpse that's been there for God knows how long, likely because nothing could pick it up and eat it in close proximity to the executioner without attracting its attention, is just flung over. You all dodge out of the way as basically this thing is twisted directly over your heads as it's comes sailing in front, nailing these two shadows back against the body of the executioner. That is one success.
Yes.
Woo.
Who's next?
All right, real quick. All right. Do you say these guys are like shadows?
Yes, they're like the shadowy remains of the executed souls. They're like reaching out, just about to pass through you, trying to rip your own soul from your body.
It's gonna be really stupid. I'm gonna ask. Is like, I know you said the executioner like kind of like mood ray, but like, can I try to cast Ray of Frost at his feet so like if he walked, he like fucking slips like a fucking Scooby Doo villain or something?
Just a patch of ice on the
yeah.
ground.
Like a patch of ice
Is
on
it
the ground.
is it a saving throw?
Oh my god, yes.
It's a cantrip.
Okay.
It's like a spell.
It's a
just,
spell.
It's just
Okay.
like
Is it a spell attack or is it a saving throw on his part?
it's a spell attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll allow it. Yeah. Give me an attack roll.
Let's see it. Okay.
Okay.
Nope. Yeah, no, it's not gonna fucking do shit, I'm sure, but whatever.
No, not even close. You spray him with frost and it just immediately melts. And if this construct had any type of emotion, it would just be like disdain and just complete lack of care for you as the frost just melts from its hot steaming metal carapace. That is one failure. Who's next?
So I'm not sure exactly what this looks like. I don't have ball bearings, but I have sling bullets.
Okay.
Could I go ahead and throw those onto the ground to act as though they are ball bearings of some sort? I just don't even know what sling bullets would look like.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine they're probably like pellets or BBs or
Yeah.
something. How many do you have?
Not many in looking at it. 20.
Okay. I'd allow it.
All right.
I mean, let me see. Okay, I would allow it, given the fact that the Executioner isn't the most dexterous thing in the world. You can see that its legs kind of end at points. So the likelihood that it's top heavy is actually to your advantage.
Yeah,
I can't
okay.
show it in this image because.
Clutch up.
So yeah, go ahead and I'm gonna say in
Take a
this
leg,
case, we'll use your. Yeah, fuck it. I'll just let you use your spell save DC. Since you've already been
Okay.
casting shit, we'll just say that in this case, just for simplicity's sake. Because I don't want to have
So
to
just
look
do
up
it.
the ball bearing save, which I don't
That-
remember what it is.
That's
Anyway.
fine. So just do it based.
Yeah, so he's gonna make a dex save. He has
Roll
no
20
bonus to
plus
this. This is just a
7.
straight roll. So what's your spell save DC?
7.
Your spell save DC? Thought it
Oh
was
no, I'm sorry.
much higher than
Sorry,
that. It should be like 15 or
Yes,
something.
yes.
15 or 16.
Where is that?
Should be on top of spells. Right in the middle, somewhere, your DC.
Yes, I'm sorry. I was looking at my spell attack modifier. 15. Yeah.
15. Okay. So this is just a straight roll.
Oh,
God damn.
Wow.
Well, guys, there's our 2 failures, huh?
there's our 2 failures, I guess.
That sucks.
Okay. All right. Let's lock in.
We
Let's
don't
lock
have.
in. Let's-
Yeah, I don't have a way to do anything about that. I don't think. Yep. All right.
Nobody else has anything to try to
Let me hang on. Let me have another quick script.
Because essentially what's going to happen now, if this goes through as a failure, is they're going to get their round of actions here, and then we'll go into another. If you want to try to escape, it'll be another, round of attempts of the same sort. 3 before 2. Assuming that you can make it through a round of attacks from these guys.
Yeah. Right.
No, I've got nothing.
Yeah, I don't think I have a way to help him
Nope.
change that.
Tim, do you have any chrono shifts or anything you wanted to use, or?
No, I think I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure I blew both of them already when we were in the castle.
Got it.
Yeah, I don't have them.
Okay.
Sentinel wouldn't have been able to be used there, would it? By the way.
No.
No,
No.
because they're attacking. You would be able to use it here momentarily when he attacks.
Yeah, but
Um,
it wasn't able. Yeah, I was just making sure. I didn't
No.
read that.
Since we've got our 2 failures already and we can't change this one, and I haven't tried anything yet, can I try to just hit these guys? like,
Wait a
do I
minute.
get it?
Hold on.
Yeah, I mean, you can certainly do that. It's still your portion of the round. We're kind of doing this light and fast, so yeah.
Yeah, I have 2 charges left on my rings, and I've got 2. These are like shadows, right? You said that these are they're kind of not non-corporeal.
Yeah, they're non-corporeal. They're like
Yeah.
spirits. They're reaching out. You can see one on the left is like
Yeah.
a woman whose head is like completely severed from her body. It's like underneath her arm, like a football. You can see her mouth is agape, and it's like, help me! As she's like reaching out to grasp at your corporeal body, as if trying to find some semblance of life when there is none left. The man on the right, his entire torso has been torn open by some huge blade. The guts are just spilling out, and he's like, it's spilling out as he grasps for anything to try to draw him back to life.
Okay, I think my understanding of this, and it may be wrong, is that this is exactly what radiant damage is for. Right?
Okay.
So I would
Right.
think with 2 charges on my ring, I can hit each of them once with it. So I think just
Okay.
to try and like at like whatever is the
Right.
core of them, if I hit it with that and try to dispel the shadows, right? in
Yeah.
some way with radiant damage. So
Okay. Yeah. Make your attack rolls. I mean, it's
one
still your
attack on
round.
each of them.
Yep.
I've got a let's see, nat 1 for the first, a 17 for the second.
Okay.
And I get 3
17 hits.
attacks, so the 17 will hit one of them, and so I'll do damage to one with that,
Okay.
and then I'll swing with the third attack that I have at the other one,
Okay.
and that's going to be, what is it, a 9 plus 9, so an 18 total. The 17 is a 26 actually. But
Okay.
yeah, so I think I
So
get a hit on
both of
each,
those,
right?
yeah, you get a hit on each.
So yeah, so a nat 1, but then followed up by a real hit, and then the damage is going to be 1d8 plus 5. Where's my d8? There it is. So damage is going to be 10 on one of them and a 13 on the other. Plus, where's the radiant damage?
What was the total on the second one? 10 and what?
10 and a 13, but then
Okay.
but that's the regular.
Regular,
And then
okay.
it's gonna be a 1 and a 4 radiant damage. 1 to one of them, 4 radiant to the other.
Okay.
Added on top of the so it's 11 where 1 is radiant, and
Okay.
13 where 4 is radiant.
Okay.
To try and
I will
stun,
say
dispel, do
to
something
benefit you, we'll say the 1
Let's flip it. you
becomes
saying?
2. Yeah, and that would be just enough as you drive your fist and blast it with radiant energy on the first, as it immediately evaporates into nothing. And as the second you turn and just backhand the shadow of this former woman, her head in her hands, as your radiant fist just eviscerates her all in one motion.
All right. And
So the shadows are not there, at least in your presence.
Mhm.
But the executioner is still here.
Yeah, and then I guess move as far away as I can if we get any movement at all.
If you can certainly move away, but you're going to take an attack of opportunity if you do. In this, because you're right next to him at this point.
Mm. Are we still going to try and run away?
Run away, fly away. One of the two, yeah.
Yeah. I could scram.
Oh, yeah.
So tell me, who's moving first is my question.
So if
Georgio
it's taking
sorry.
attacks, if it's going to take attack of opportunity on us for moving, I think that Chugrulk first because he's got the highest AC. Obviously, it doesn't have to take its attack of opportunity on each of us as we go, but it's not going to have unlimited of them, I would hope. And so,
Shouldn't, yeah.
you know,
So, it's 30 without sprinting, right?
Yeah, 30 normal movement. And you've used your action, so to drag the cow corpse and throw it at him.
Yeah.
I'll say
I'm gonna
because of the
hit.
corpse, I'm going to give him disadvantage on the strike because it is in the
Nice.
way.
that's good.
So, but let me see. What is the modifier for this? Ugh. Just so you're aware, the modifier for his axe swing is a plus 18.
That's a lot.
What?
Yeah.
Shit.
This is an
All right.
epic creature.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's crazy.
I have immunity to crits though.
You do have
That's
immunity to
true.
crits.
but not an immunity
know,
to taking
I know.
damage.
Right.
Yeah.
Which if he's got a plus
I'm trying to
18
hype
to
myself
hit,
up here.
So I'm going to roll this on the table for you.
hit.
Okay.
What? Yes,
So this is disadvantage. So here's the first roll. It's a 14, so that'd be a 32.
Holy fuck.
And your AC, what is your AC?
That hits.
21.
21.
Second roll.
So a 3 or a 2
6.
or less.
Yeah, so that still hits.
Oh god, what's his damage?
Yeah,
We're
that's
gonna
what I'm
find
worried
out
about.
here. I can't even roll this without manually doing it. I'm just gonna.
It's like rolling orcs when you're playing 40k.
Pretty
It's like
much. That's what it
million
feels
dice
like
and
right
stuff.
now.
Grab your whole cube of
that's
D6s
it.
and just spill it onto the table and start counting.
I love this. Oh god.
I hate that actually. So
Yeah, I know. I know.
the duality of your players, I guess.
Oh god, no. This is gonna hurt so much.
That is 37 slashing damage.
Oh,
Ali.
hang on. You've got how much health? Chugrulk? You're pretty beat up, huh?
Yeah, it's 65.
Yeah, I think you guys stop me if I'm wrong here, but I think he's in the worst shape. So
Yeah, he ain't feeling
Um,
great.
where is what's the number? I think I can reduce that by something. Where the hell is the number on this?
Should be your psionic dice number.
Protective field. Yeah, protective field. But it's the dice is a 1d10, but the protective field plus your intelligence modifier, which is 2. So it's 1d10 plus 2. So I'm going to reduce that by some, and it will be a total of 3.
Yeah.
Not as much as I'd hoped.
So
Okay.
34.
And so 34, and then also, can I use my bonus action still or no?
Yeah, I would allow it because you didn't use it previously.
Yeah, so I'm gonna use my second wind then, I think.
Mhm.
Probably
Yeah.
a good idea.
Good idea to do that.
Probably a good idea.
So that's 18.
Move this over a little bit here.
I'm
There
not
we
looking
go.
as bad as I thought I might have been after that, to be
Okay.
honest. So.
But it is now your
That's it.
round again. That was his maneuver or his action. You can see he's.
that was his. I thought that was his attack of opportunity.
Oh, act of opportunity. Yes, you're right.
Because we're running.
Teacher, didn't we have homework? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is his action. Thank you for reminding
No,
me of
I
that.
thought we all got to move a little bit. You were asking which order we were going to run
A
away
little
from.
bit.
Right, but this is his turn order.
Oh, okay.
Aw.
Yeah. So this would be as he cuts down across the back of Chugrulk, he turns around, the blade turning the other way as he intends to swipe. Let me double check something real quick.
I had 20 minutes, just by the way. Can you guys?
Okay.
Hey, how early the fucking shop's closed here on Saturdays?
With you running away, Chugrulk, I need you to make a. Oops, where is it? With his action, he's going to, instead of swinging again, he points the blade at you as you begin to run. I need. DC. Or what save is it? Give me a dexterity saving throw, please. The DC is 15. Okay. You watch as these grasping chains come up from the shadows as if to grasp you and hold you in place. You see the remains of some of these chains all around the square as he attempts to restrain you from escaping, as he's done so many countless lives before yours, but you managed to sweep out of the way and kind of Dark Souls shadow roll out of the way to the adjacent square, just as these chains come grasping up and try to pin you down to the ground. You are not grappled and restrained.
I bet at the very least this guy thinks I'm a badass. So, like, other than that,
I don't know about
dodge
that.
rolling.
But
I'm throwing cows at him. I'm dodge
it is
rolling,
another
bro. Come on.
round.
Gotta respect.
Three successes before 2 failures.
Yeah, another one of those.
I don't care who goes in what order, but if you're attempting to escape, this is need 3 successes from you guys. However you want to do this. Spells, potions, abilities, whatever you want to do. He's already used his reaction, so there's no attacks of opportunity at this point.
Give me a second here. Let me see. You guys have ideas for something? I'm looking up something for me, but I do have an idea.
I can't do anything, right?
Yeah, you can. This is a new round
Okay.
of yeah.
Right.
So if you have something you want to do, by all means.
Okay. I do want to cast a spell.
Okay.
At it.
At it?
At it. Yeah.
Okay.
The big guy executioner.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast polymorph.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And just hope. It is a wisdom save.
It's a wisdom save. Okay, he has a +4 to wisdom. All right. I'm going to roll it and see. So your DC is 15?
Yeah.
Okay. 16.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Okay.
Oh man.
I was ready to fucking boot it as a rat across the goddamn square. That's crazy.
Yeah, he has a +4 to wisdom.
Are you sure it doesn't say +2?
Oh, it's +4.
Pretty similar numbers.
I mean, those are kind of close.
I'll send you the stat block later if you don't believe me.
Once it kills us.
TPK. TPK.
Yeah, right.
God.
Well, sorry guys, this one failed for me. Oh, I should have used that instead. Fucker.
Okay. I want to. You said it's got little spindly legs, so I want to see if I can trip it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think that just like mechanically, it would just be a shove, right? I get 3 attacks on it if I try. It's a DC 17 for it.
Is
Either
that a
strength
deck
or dex.
save or strength?
Either strength or dex. It gets to choose.
Okay. Well, if it's
Is
going
what
to
it says for
choose
shove.
either, it's going to choose strength for sure.
Yeah. So it's either dex or strength.
Okay.
But it's DC 17. So if I can hit it with an attack, then I can choose for it to be shove instead of dealing damage.
Okay.
And
Just so
if it
you're
fails, I
aware,
can either move
it's
it 5.
yeah, its save for strength is a +18.
Oh, it's a plus 18. Okay, well then I guess never mind.
I'm just gonna warn you. I'll be nice
Yeah.
and say like that's probably not gonna work.
No, the other thing. Let's see. No, yeah, because this is also strength save for it. Um, no.
No, that's not good. I really don't have. I don't have much shit except I can like do something with my staff, but I'd rather wait to use it if we actually have to fight him. So, I don't have that many more charges left for the day.
I mean, at this point, how badly do you want to fight this thing?
I don't.
We don't
Don't want to fucking fight him.
I don't.
Uh,
After having already been crushed by one.
Ask Mage Hand, bitch slap him in the face. I don't fucking know.
I put a full picture of the executioner in the chat if you want to take a look at that later. I'll put it in the VOD after the fact, but there's the full view of him from top to bottom and the axe.
yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I can see why it hurt.
Yeah. It's about at the third the size of him. So
Oh, he literally has no feet.
yeah, he has like these spindly legs.
He has 2 pig legs.
He's a
That's
big leg.
crazy.
But yeah, he is pretty brutal.
Can attest to that.
I can tell you they based him off of a already pretty brutal like D&D monster and then just kind of injected some more
Amped it up.
brutality. Yeah, amped it up to
Yeah.
about 11.
Is that little chains thing that he did a spell?
It's an ability.
Okay.
Let me double check just to be sure, but I'm fairly certain it's an ability.
It makes sense that it would be an ability, not a spell.
Yeah, it's an ability called Death Grip.
Yep. I genuinely cannot think of anything to do except for just run away. But like that doesn't get us out of here because he's faster than we are. So
Yeah, I mean, I could try to fucking try to make him fucking slip again. I mean, that's really not much else.
You do have your potions.
Yeah.
Want to fucking use them?
How much does the executioner weigh?
A polite toss.
A metric fuck ton is what I'm gonna say.
Okay. I had a really, really stupid idea, but
I'm down for it.
I don't think
I
it would
mean, me
work.
too.
No, I was thinking we could somehow trip it onto the carpet and have the carpet just fucking send it into the other dimension.
Oh my god,
actually
that's so
hilarious.
fucking funny.
But I think this thing is
Hello?
well and above two of me and Giorgio. So
Cedric, I'm going to give you your opportunity back because there's unfortunately there is an ability here called Immutable Form. The executioner is immune to any spell or effect that would alter its form. So polymorph
really?
would not have worked anyway. So
Oh.
I will go ahead and, because I didn't know that and you didn't know that to begin with, so I'm going to go ahead and give you your opportunity to do something else back. Just because I think that's fair, considering I didn't double check that. So if you would like to recast something else or use a different action, I will allow it.
Why do you present it when I come up with the stupidest fucking idea possible?
Because I
he
was
wants
reading
to see it.
Because
he
honestly, I
wants
do want to
it.
see it. Kind of.
I've been
I'm
trying to
here
think of
for
a
it,
way that we could use
because
the
otherwise
flying
this thing's
carpet,
going to
so I'm
swing
down.
again and it's going to fucking hurt. That honestly was not as much damage as it could have done.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
that's what I'm.
I mean, I
afraid
heard
of.
that we could hear the dice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to know how many dice that was?
I do actually.
Probably fucking like 9.
Yeah.
Fucking 14.
I-
Like,
Felt
That was
like at least over 10,
10d6
yeah.
plus 10.
Wow,
Oh my
that was
God,
close.
yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So max damage
Yeah.
would be 70.
110? Oh no, yes, yeah, right. I was like, fuck, man. I was like, there's no way that thing's doing 100 damage. Like, that's just, we need to get out of here. Like, but no, that's good. Although I am still within one tap range. I will
Yeah.
say that.
average on 10d6 is 35. Like,
Plus 10.
Yeah, that's
So
still pretty
plus
close
10
to my
plus
one
10
tap
is-
range.
yeah.
So
Yeah. 40 something.
Yeah, that axe is the size of a fucking minivan. That's like getting hit with a fucking serrated Honda Odyssey.
what can we? I feel like the flying carpet in some way isn't a bad idea. Like, it's not my turn. So you.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if like I think it's way too big to be on this carpet.
Oh yeah, no, it's well above 800 pounds.
Only
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
I was
That's like
thinking of
2% of its weight.
Oh, yeah, no. Once you sent the photo and it's like nothing but metal and gears and
Yeah, this
I was
thing
like,
is
nah,
like between
then I had
15 and
to.
20 foot tall. It is a huge construct.
Could I No, that would take too much time to burn. Instead of I mean he probably has some ridiculous. Well, I don't know, he seems kind of stupid. How about instead of doing the polymorph, I could switch it up to a banishment.
You move to cast the spell, and I'll say again, the Executioner has another ability called Dimensional Anchor. The Executioner
Oh,
cannot be
fuck, what the
teleported
fuck?
or sent to another plane of existence unless it
Oh.
chooses to be.
Well, shit. There goes one of my ideas when we actually fight him.
Yeah, this guy has
I had
everything.
I had a way simpler idea with the and it could be super stupid, but I was thinking about doing the classic like comedy troupe of like just throwing the carpet at his face or like getting the carpet to
Oh,
wrap him up
Yeah,
and then fucking leg it. Like, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, just try to blind him with it essentially.
Yeah, that's it. Like basically go full simple on it and just like go carpet, get him. I don't know though.
All right. I mean, I don't hate it, especially if we're able to get it blinded. It's not the worst thing in the world.
It does use up our magic carpet though, because I don't think we're getting it back. If that's you know what I mean.
yeah, I think that's okay.
That's what I was worried about. It feels like it's a one-time use of the carpet.
Who's up next, guys?
Fuck it. You want me to fucking try to fucking make him slip again? I got nothing else, right?
I feel like we're at a Three Stooges level of ideas. We got to go for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. Here you go.
Oh,
Sweet. There you go. Okay, I'll take it.
Okay.
Let me double check, but I think that hits. That just hits. His AC is
Oh my
22.
Let's go.
Oh my god, dude.
Okay, so what
Let's
is the
go.
effects of Ray of Frost besides
How
the
big a-
damage?
It just says a frigid blue beam of blue-white light streaks towards make spell attack. Hold on. Here, can I just do this?
Yeah, that
There.
works. Damage, spells decreased by... Doesn't say anything about slipping or terrain, but my rule of cool thinks it sounds cool enough. If you use it in a unique way, and I'll allow it. If you target his legs specifically, which they're probably the most vulnerable thing that you can see at a glance
Yeah.
on this otherwise fucking Panzer tank of a fucking construct. I'll tell you what, I will make a dexterity saving throw against your spell save DC. How does that sound?
Fair. Where's
It should be at the top of your spells. I think yours is like 17 or 18 at this point. It's right,
Yeah,
right at the
18.
top. 18. Okay. All right. I don't think he has any modifiers on dex. No, he does not. So this is just a straight roll. He fails.
Woohoo.
And he falls prone as you hear this ice begin to form under these otherwise very stilt-like legs, considering the large scale and top heaviness of this construct. And you hear this as debris sails out in all directions as he comes down and just craters in the middle of the street. And he is prone.
Fucking doofus.
I will say this,
Just
given the rules
in a
of
whistle.
prone, that would eat up half his movement. So even if he dashed to get up, he could not move at least as fast as you at this point. At least
Straight
in
balls
a
off.
round or two. Yeah, he could catch up over multiple rounds, but if you were able to leg it far enough to either duck into an alley or sneak away or something to that effect, or move faster than him in some way, shape, or form, either by flight or any type of advanced movement, now would be the time, as his movement is going to be severely diminished for the time being. So with that being said, Tim, you still have your movement. That was your action, but you could certainly leg it. He doesn't have his reaction right now because he's already used it
Yes.
against Chugrulk.
I will be legging it. Yes.
Okay. So you still have 30 feet of movement. You also have your bonus action that you haven't used. If there's anything else.
No.
You don't have Misty Step or anything like that?
Well, Misty Step's not a bonus, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, you're right, because you already cast... No, you cast a cantrip.
No,
So-
I can't. Hold on 1 second. Let me see what it says. Because
But Misty Step is a bonus action.
I thought it was an actual spell.
It is,
Okay,
but
hold
it's a
on, let me
bonus action, I believe.
Let me see. Because I have it through 2 sources. So hold on.
Because Ray of Frost is a cantrip.
Right.
So that wouldn't count
Yeah,
against
Misty
your
Step
level
is a-
spells in a turn.
Yeah, it's a bonus action.
Yeah, it's a bonus action. The reason I'm asking is if you want to cast it, I would count that as 1 success in this case. Because you'd be spending...
Then yeah, I'll use it through the staff. Sure, why not?
Okay. So you can move yourself another 30 feet away, and we'll count that as a success. Okay. I think we're...
Yeah, that's my 30.
Okay. So Cedric, Georgio, and Chugrulk, I think you still have your actions in this case. So that's 1 success. Cedric, I gave you a do-over because of the not knowing about the not paying attention to the the immutable form text.
Right.
So if there's something else you'd like to do to move yourself, a companion or something, or you can see as your companion Tim cast this ray of frost, the executioner is on its back right now and struggling to return to its upright position. So you have an opportunity to escape right now.
Okay. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna go ahead and use Dimension Door then.
Okay.
To basically just book it in that eastwardly direction.
Okay.
One quick thing. It says that you can carry one object as
Or
long as it doesn't
person.
exceed, one
Yeah.
willing creature. So I could just basically grab Giorgio and just say, we're going.
Yep.
All right. That's what I'm going to do.
Get me out of here.
I'm going to Dimension Door.
Giorgio, you feel the
200 feet.
divine presence behind you as you are grabbed by your companion, as if grabbed through a doorway of sort of grayish, shadowy light and just pulled out, and you feel yourself dragged into reality again in a different location. We'll count that as a second success.
And I just scream, sorry, Chugrulk.
No.
Chugrulk, you're still within about 30 feet
Forget
of
about
Tim,
me.
but
Yeah, I feel like this is
One-
where like I'm torn between the magic carpet, right? Like, 'cause it feels like a good way to use it now would be to actually use it for mobility and getting the fuck out of here. And
you
not
could
throw it in
certainly
his
do
face.
that.
You know, like, yeah, that's what I'm.
Because the
thinking.
fly speed of the
Oh, yeah.
magic carpet is, I think, 60 feet.
60.
Do it.
Yeah.
And
do
you
it,
could even
do it.
grab
Yeah.
Tim on the way by,
That's
because
what I
you
was
dash with the
thinking, yeah.
carpet. That's 120 feet.
Yeah.
You are literally reading my mind. So that was kind of where I'm at. I was thinking
Okay.
about going out and jumping the carpet and then going and grabbing my boy, and then we get the fuck out of here.
All right, hold on one
Uh,
sec. Where's the...
I like how we started at, I'm going to grab a
Yeah.
cow, and now we're just fucking running.
Let's anything to get out. Yeah, like,
There you go.
guys, I've got a really cool idea, and then now it's like, guys, get the fuck out.
Guys, go back to the basics.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Oh god.
Is that what you want to
As soon
do?
as I got hit. Yes,
Okay.
100%.
I would imagine on the way by,
I-
you were able to just immediately snatch up Tim as well, since you're... that would not impede
He's doing the toddler arms. He's just waiting.
Yeah.
You know, sitting there with his arms in there.
Tim, you feel yourself getting princess carried on the way by this magic carpet in your companion Chugrulk, just because I want that visual and I think it's funny. If somebody's listening and wants some art of that, there you go. That one's free on me. I find that incredibly amusing. Anyway, we'll count that as another success. And you've succeeded in escaping Slaughterstone Square.
Right.
Your first...
Just-
Never to return.
Yeah, your first encounter with the executioner.
Yeah, I'm never going back. and you can't make me.
Oh, I will find a fucking way. Don't you worry.
I mean, I don't think we chose to go there to begin with. So.
Yeah,
One
right.
day. One day.
Yeah, we don't want to be here, dude.
me saying that to literally the only person who can make me. Like,
That's it, yeah. As the conclusion of the campaign comes together, it's just like, and this deep haze just begins to form. You're like, oh god, not again.
you wake up.
I like
and
this.
Now
I
you
like
are
this.
in, like, how did we get here? Maybe if you were awake, you would have known. Like,
That's it.
You
Oh my God, this
yeet
whole
it.
dream sequence.
Just leg it out of that place like your lives depend on it, because they literally did for the briefest
did,
of
yeah.
moments. But we'll go ahead and end things there, which I will say you've got about 2 hours remaining to make it to your final destination before the Aqua Expurgo incapacitates you for a lengthy period of time, or someplace safe
like-
at least. But that's the only known place nearby that you are aware of.